Okay, we're going to finish on the BBC iPlayer once more. So we have a new drama called Prisoner 951, which I'm going to play a clip of, and an accompanying documentary. So yes, here's a clip from the drama.
Hello, my love.
Can't wait to see you. Both of you.
Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe.
We've been told there's a problem with her passport.
I think you need to view this as an abduction.
Foreign Office has advised me to do nothing. Another lie, another game, and now she's God knows what. Did she get this on? Did she travel to the airport? Where is she now?
Yes, as you say, there's two, isn't there? There's the drama and then there's the documentary. Now, this feels like a while ago now, but once you start to watch this, if you watch both of them, I think you'll find it fascinating. When Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe was arrested in Iran, she was over there with her daughter Gabriella. I think she was under 2 years old, the daughter, and she was going to visit her family. And she was at the airport to come back to Britain to see her husband, who was in the UK. And as she was returning home from this family holiday, she was arrested. Now, in the documentary, there's actually an awful lot of footage, which you can see it in sort of real time, this happening. And it's just her being, oh, you've got the wrong person, as we all would be in a situation like that, I'm sure. I think you've got the wrong person. It can't be me. What are you talking about? They promised that she'd be released the next morning. Well, of course, she wasn't. And in fact, she was put on trial and sentenced to prison. And it was these trumped-up charges of plotting to topple the Iranian regime. Now, when you watch the documentary, or in this case the drama, where they talk you through the whole thing and show you exactly what happened, the reality of this seems to be that the British government owed the Iranian government some money. Now, they use footage from the news at the time when Boris Johnson was spoken to about it, and he uttered the words, she was just, this is ridiculous, she's just something about she's just teaching journalism. Well, of course, that caused a huge issue as well. And whether you watch the documentary or the drama or both, I suggest you watch both, you can see the emotion in every part of this. It's absolutely, you are in it immediately. So with the drama, obviously there are actors playing and telling the story of, whereas and then the dreadful tale of her ordeal and her struggle of her husband Richard to bring her home. It's a 4-parter, the BBC One drama, and it's every scene is just emotionally loaded. I think even for the actors playing it, it must have been really hard to do it. She was put in solitary confinement for 9 months, and her daughter's growing up without her. Her husband went on a hunger strike. I mean, this made headlines all the time, and yet I kind of had to be reminded of what had happened. And then, of course, where they are now and what's happening now. It's an incredible tale. You learn an awful lot. It's incredibly sad. The family's complete disgust and disbelief at the British government, who felt they didn't have their back and didn't do enough for them, and want to kind of speak the truth and the idea that freedom is being able to speak out and say what actually happened. So this is incredibly interesting. I think you should watch both of them because they're brilliant in their own way. And for those actors in the drama, I think it must have absolutely taken out of them. I would think they slept for a week after doing that, because it's just so highly loaded emotionally. What did you think, Ian?
Well, I just watched an episode of the drama. It's a hard watch, I've got to say. I mean, Joseph Fiennes and Nargis Rashidi are excellent, but it's a story that will make you so angry, because I mean, it's, for starters, it's like a Kafkaesque kind of nightmare because she's being held in Iran, but everybody knows she hasn't done anything wrong, but there's nothing she can do to convince, well, to gain her freedom. She's just completely at the mercy of this regime. And of course, I mean, it's never been officially confirmed, but what had happened was Britain owed lots of money to Iran for this arms deal and had just refused to pay it, a lot of money. And that was the reason she was being held. And the British government just dragged their feet. You see Boris Johnson in it, you see Liz Truss. I mean, they, as much as Iran, are to blame for what happened to this poor, poor family. And yes, by coincidence, on the day she was released, the debt was repaid. So yeah, I just found it infuriating to watch. This poor family went through absolute hell, and it was as if just no one would help them. Everyone was dragging their feet. Everyone was denying everything. Just horrific. So yeah, I mean, amazing that they came through it. And of course, she wrote a book about her experiences, which this is based on. But yeah, it's, again, this is something that the Beeb does superbly. It's a fascinating history lesson, and also a cautionary tale about, you cannot rely on the government to get you out of trouble, or even to own up to what's really going on. So yeah, a drama for our times.